How do new professional licensing regulations become law? Imagine a process where new rules can shape industries and protect the public, but only after a series of careful steps. When states or the federal government want to establish or change licensing regulations for professions such as doctors, lawyers, or engineers, they follow a structured pathway to turn these ideas into enforceable laws. Understanding this process reveals how regulations evolve to meet societal needs and ensure safety. The journey begins with the proposal of a new regulation or an amendment to existing licensing standards. This proposal can originate from various sources, including government agencies, professional associations, or advocacy groups. Once a proposal is drafted, it is usually subjected to a review process within the relevant legislative or regulatory body. In the case of state-level regulations, this often involves a state legislature or a licensing board authorized by law to oversee the profession. The proposed regulation is then published for public comment. This step invites stakeholders, including licensed professionals, consumer groups, and the general public, to review and provide feedback. Public hearings may be held to gather opinions and address concerns. This transparency helps ensure that the regulation is fair, effective, and considers diverse perspectives. After considering public input, the regulatory agency or legislative body revises the proposal if necessary. The next phase involves formal approval, which can take different forms depending on the jurisdiction. In some cases, the regulation is adopted directly by the licensing board or agency. In others, it must be approved by the legislative body through a voting process. This step often involves multiple readings, committee reviews, and debates to ensure thorough examination. Once approved, the regulation is officially enacted into law or regulation. It then becomes enforceable, and licensing authorities begin implementing the new standards. This may include updating licensing examinations, modifying application procedures, or establishing new disciplinary processes. The entire process ensures that regulations are carefully scrutinized and reflected the collective input of stakeholders before they become law. In summary, new professional licensing regulations become law through a detailed process involving proposal, public consultation, revision, approval by legislative or regulatory bodies, and final enactment. This systematic approach guarantees that changes are well considered, transparent, and serve the public interest effectively.